and then quick comments. I really don't agree with one of the things that Buddy at this end said, that we have to come to you guys for ways to getting into the employment. I think that's the other way around. We've been trying to get there, but we're not getting there the way that we want to be. I think it's time for you guys to come out and help us. Not just you guys, I mean your government should come out and help us. We've tried knocking those doors down, every one of them. And they're not, and it's, you know, it's a two-way street. And my other comment is, I'd like to know why, talking about the social service programs, there's two, I don't know what more, but the supported one, we had gotten a raise in it last year. Now, mind, there's only $1 out of 50, but we got it. But the other one, never got a raise at all. I wonder why that didn't go up.
That's your question at the end there?
That's the question,
okay.
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. The income support one was raised for $1.50, like I said, but the other part, what's the other part? Community supports never went up at all.
So there's income support and community support, and she wants to know why one went up and one didn't?
Yeah.
Okay.
And another quick thing too, when they were going to deposit the checks in the mail, they thought they got saving money, but they're not, because they're sending out the same slips and that anyway, they're sending them out. So it's just going to send a check out, because you're still wasting money.
Okay, thank you. So this time around I've got Clyde Jackman, followed by Earl McCurdy, followed by Pauling.
Well, on the issue of the wage, I can't speak specifically to it. I'd have to get more details on it. The other thing.
We've had that over a year. You should know about it now. Yes.
I don't know what you said.
I said we've had that raise for over a year now.
Had the raise for a year.
So what you're saying is that
We've had a raise in that since January.
So the raises has been in place since January, but
But
hasn't
they
been received yet.
okay, so the raise has been in place, but you haven't gotten it yet.
No, what?
For one program,
For one program.
not the other, not Eastern Health.
So there's a lot of confusion about the programming, how it works, why it's not being received, and so on.
No, I never, excuse me, I never said anything about being received. I said, why is it that the supported social services got a raise, but the community support never got anything?
Aha, okay, sorry. my
And
mistake.
Eastern Health. And then the other thing is, that raise has been in effect since January.
And Gail,
Great, thank
only
you.
$1.50 a month?
I'm going to restart your timer if that's okay,
Yeah.
since we kind of stopped and... Okay.
I'll have to get more details. You know, I can try and talk my way through it, but I learned in this racket not to do that. So I'll get the facts, and I don't know how I can get it through Kelly or somebody. I'll follow up on that particular one. This is about all I can say.
Okay, thank you.
It's the $75 check for food. See, if
Next
you get a
is
note from your doctor,
Earl
you get $75 extra every bi-weekly for food. If you got something wrong, extra.
I have no idea why the one program increased and the other didn't. Can't answer that. I can make the observation, though, that the current rates of income support, you know, what the end result is poverty. You know, poverty and in a lot of cases, you know, persistent and intractable poverty. And when you add to that someone having to live with a disability, then that just compounds that problem. So I believe that we have to look at all the programs and at the level of support from the point of view that everybody has a right to live their life in dignity, and say what is it that's needed, And if there are special needs, as there are for some people in our province, then that has to be dealt with and included. But at the moment, we've got too many people living in extreme poverty, and a disproportionate number of those people are from are persons with disabilities.
Thank you. And now Pauline.
Yes, I'm not sure that there's a whole lot more I can add. I would be making assumptions about the program. The only, I guess, assumption I could make is that it was a budgetary decision, that there was a raise in one program, and then in the other program there wasn't funds budgeted to make that increase. But I can't say that for certain, but that would seem to make logical sense to me as to why. But again, as Earl said, we have to look at when we look at persons in our society, all persons. It comes down to making sure that everybody is looked after to a reasonable degree, and that people are not living in poverty. And whether that be things like housing or enough food to put on the table to survive, or having basic things like heat in your home and so on. We have to look at the bigger picture for the individual. If there are people who have special needs of any kind, then obviously we need to make sure that the programs that are in place are adequate, and if increases are required to keep up with the cost of living and so on, then they need to be put in place as well.
Great, thank you.